So, okay. Where we last left off is that we just clogged up the board. Now we need to give them our new manuscript, quote unquote, so that they can approve it. So we can probably get back into the actual mystery here. So, as I was thinking about this, is that I think what we need to do is that we need to like change things. Like we need to at least like look at Chiselton's manuscript and change it to ours. So, see that?
No.
No. Okay.
That doesn't work.
None on the pen. Okay.
That doesn't work.
Nope. Our manuscript.
No.
Okay. What are you asking of us then? So.
No.
I want to destroy his manuscript, though.
No. No.
No. Okay.
That doesn't work.
And they have to do with ours. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
It's where all the incoming mail eventually ends up.
Okay. Here we are. Okay, so we got something here.
It's the manuscript to my latest masterpiece, Herman, Merman, and the Suburban Burden.
Yep. Okay. Stick this cover letter on it.
No.
No. Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
No. That doesn't work.
Okay. Is that it? Is that all we really need to do? I mean, I thought they had already looked at it and they said it's like, let's go to the board and have them decide. Okay, hold on a second. I think we want to put ours on top. Okay. That there.
It's the cover page I tore from Dirk Chiselton's manuscript.
And then we put our manuscript on top, maybe? Staple it all together.
Nope. No.
Okay.
That doesn't work. Nope. That doesn't work.
Not the cover letter? Okay.
No. There, that should do it.
Are you sure?
Allow me to pitch my latest manuscript. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
We'll be the judge of
Okay.
that.
I'm not sure about this, okay. I think we might have actually gotten, like, the wrong order, quote-unquote.
Yuck. Too much romance for my taste. Here, Florence. What do you think?
Yep, this looks like yet another silly Herman adventure.
Excuse me.
What say you, Thomas?
Okay, so I've messed up the order then.
My word. This is a lot more violent than your usual stuff, Herman. I think I preferred the classic, silly Herman adventures.
Sorry, Herman. We don't think the script is a good fit for us right now.
If you have anything else you'd like to pitch, we'd be happy to hear it.
Take this back and give it another go.
Okay, so since we removed the cover letter from Chiselton's manuscript and we're claiming it as our own, maybe we don't need to like write anything else on it. Just put his stuff, quote unquote, on top and say it's ours. Okay. See, our manuscript here in between. And Chiselton's on top.
There, that should do it.
Okay, let's see about this one then.
Allow me to...
We'll be the... Herman Merman, dare I say it, I'm
Okay, yeah, I think that
impressed.
was the correct way to go.
What do you think?
Yep, this looks like yet another silly Herman adventure. What say you, Thomas?
Oh, okay. So we have to place it in the right order to appease each of the
It's too lovey-dovey for me.
to appeal
Sorry,
to
Herman.
each of
I
them.
don't think the script is a good fit for us right now.
If you have anything else you'd like to pitch, we'd be happy to hear it.
Okay.
Take this back and give it a...
Okay, so I think that's the thing. Okay, so we have to appease each of these publishers in a specific order of the manuscripts released. So he prefers Dirk's. I'm guessing she hates mine, always indefinitely, really. So I think possibly the romance one would be for her, and then he prefers the classic Herman stuff, so we'll put ours on the bottom. Okay. All right, trying again. Okay, our manuscript, the romance, and then Dirk's.
That. Allow me.
We'll be the...
Allow me! No, we'll be the judge of that. We'll allow ourselves.
Now, this is more like it, Herman.
Okay.
He's rough and daring, but he has a soft, caring side. Well done, Herman.
Alright, good. Yep, she wanted the romance partner.
This may even compare to Chiselton's best work, no doubt about it.
Oh, well, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Really, you think so?
That's what I'm talking about. A classic silly Herman adventure.
Yep, just silly me. All the time.
The narrative is a little pedestrian at first, but then it really digs its hooks in.
Okay, good.
Are you sure we can't check with the board? Just in case.
The board is all gunked up.
I
Jeez.
think those were noises of approval. I really can't tell.
Okay.
All right, we've got something here. Let's make it happen, Herman.
What do you need from us, Herman?
I was wondering if I could get paid in advance.
Oh, jeez. That is a gas.
You didn't tell me he was funny.
Hello?
Herman?
Hello?
Yes? It's for you, Herman. Were you expecting a call?
I don't believe so. Yes. Oh, indeed. Of course. Thank you for the opportunity, Lady Unterwald.
Herman?
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears I have a train to catch.
Okay, so he was personally invited by Lady Unterwald.
Your story.
Okay, so he was invited. I guess that's how he ended up here. Oh, he was hidden away in the cello case.
Merman, we meet at last. Welcome aboard the Royce Express.
Lady Unterwald. What is the meaning of this?
Please accept my apologies for the unusual manner of your arrival. As I'm sure you can understand, a certain amount of discretion was required.
Indeed.
This is leading into some things that I've thought about Lady
You
Unterwald.
must be wondering what it is you're doing here aboard my train.
I assumed you required the services of a world-famous detective.
Oh, so funny, Herman.
Oh my goodness, no!
Yep.
A world-famous detective running amok on my train. Everyone would be losing their minds before supper. Here you're writing your next novel. I felt you could adequately mask your activities as a working novelist. To
What?
the average passenger, you'd simply be researching your next story. Do you think you could do that, Herman? Keep a low profile, not cause a scene?
Oh, absolutely. It's not like we're egotistical
Well, I
maniacs.
call Dirk Chiselton. It wouldn't be as clean, but...
I'll do it. Herman Merman never backs away from a case.
Okay. This is
Lady Unterwald.
Away! Back into the case with you!
this is definitely suspicious.
Lady Underwold, please. Forgive me.
excuse
if
me?
I am intruding.
Not at all, Mr. Lou.
Mr.
What
Lou.
a pleasure it is to see you again.
Please, I must insist you call me Jean. Here, I brought you something.
And there's the jacket.
Oh, another bouquet. You certainly know how to flatter an old gal.
That's where the chili plants came from.
Oh, not quite. It's a chili plant, a particularly fiery variety. It reminded me of you, my lady.
Wait, did Lady Unterwald murder Mr. Lou?
You turned me bright red. But I know you didn't come all this way just to flatter me.
How else did we get the suit jacket?
I was wondering.
No, wait, Mr. Lou was the contact.
Any more thought to my proposal? If you're considering selling your legacy, I want you to know that it'll be in good hands.
Look, John,
You need more time to consider, of course. There are still a few more hours before the speech. I'll leave you to weigh your options.
You're most kind. Thank you, Jean. All right, you can come out.
So is Jean still aboard the express somewhere? Or is his body
This
somewhere
is
there?
why you're here, Herman. I need you to keep an eye on Mr. Lou for me.
Oh, you think Mr. Lou has an ulterior motive?
At the very least, I suspect he doesn't have my full interests at heart.
Very much so, likely.
And there's also the question of my family, who will undoubtedly be sticking their noses into my business. I've got them sufficiently shaking in their boots ahead of my speech. But keep an eye out for any trouble, will you?
I'll certainly do my best, Lady Unterwald.
I've secured a suite for you on board, room 304.
Uh-huh.
Just let me know if you find anything untoward.
Of course, Herman Merman won't let you down.
You don't find it untoward that you were stuffed into a cello case?
Detective.
Okay. Right, so we still have the rest of the stuff from the office, really, so. As well as our room key. The opulent outfits.
These coats are positively stunning.
I'd better not catch you running around in my clothes, dear.
Not the most comfortable mode of transport.
Oh, come now. I made sure there were plenty of air holes.
Okay. Doesn't seem very obvious.
It was a gift from Mr. Lou.
Well, he can take it back. You think I have the constitution at my age to be playing with fire?
Okay, I can take a chili pepper.
I'll just take a handful.
Like, gonna be useful? Okay.
It's a Bureau Boy briefcase.
Bureau boy.
That's for my estate lawyer, so don't you be touching it.
It's a series of self-help guides on running an empire. How to buy friends and influence people. The art of not giving a damn. An intuitive approach to capitalism.
Isn't that capitalism
Rich
itself?
Dad, Rich Mum. A guide to generational wealth.
Oh gosh. Yep. Is that a Model 3?
I don't believe in all that quiet tap technology nonsense. You know what they say. If it's not clacking, you're sure to be slacking.
Who says that?
People? People say that.
And if anything, it's probably just to say, it's like, hey, you need to be actually typing. You need to actually be doing the work. You need to actually sit down and start writing the damn thing, or else you're not going to get anything done, which makes complete sense. It doesn't necessarily have to do with the clacking being quiet. Jeez. These are some generous gifts.
What's with all the bouquets?
They're a clumsy attempt at flattery, that's what.
Like, nails on a chalkboard. Oh.
I'm not a fan of balloons. I find them to be incredibly grating.
Me neither, dear. I'm glad we have that in common.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so the petals were not arranged here at this point, so I'll talk to her in a moment.
Herman?
You mentioned a speech tonight.
That's right. I've got quite the announcement planned. But would you believe it's got everyone in a full panic?
Well, yeah, you're getting old.
What kind of announcement are you making?
Well, between you and me, I'm passing over my empire.
The entire walled barn operation?
Oh, yes, and I'm quite enjoying the spectacle of it all.
She's being a little gremlin. Well, then she knew very well that the decision of handing it all over to Arthur was going to, throw everyone in a tizzy.
You're not planning to sell to Mr. Liu?
Heavens, no! He's only desperate to get his hands on us because we're his biggest competitor. At the end of the day, this is a fight over the future of rail transport. The Royce Express is all the proof I need to show we can do it without diesel.
Yay! Yay for running on electric or, alternative fuel power.
Why is Mr. Liu trying to win you over?
Oh, he's not interested in me, dear. John thinks that by cozying up to me, I'll be more inclined to consider his business proposal. That tactic is nearly as old as I am, if you can believe that.
Anything I should know about the family business?
Well, let's see. My treasurer seems to be so terrible with money, he goes as white as a sheet whenever I ask him about the finances.
So she already
Our
knew.
main competitor has attempted to launch a charm offensive. My
Liu.
sister-in-law will be attempting to interject herself into my plans at every opportunity. She'll have roped those dim-witted nephews into doing the heavy lifting, of course. And to add insult to injury, my personal physician is trying to get me to take up Pilates.
Okay.
I see.
Perhaps I should be selling up, now that I think about it.
Like selling up on Pilates, really so? I mean, it wouldn't hurt for an older person to, at least stay active. Anyway, there's nothing else.
I should get back to it.
That's what I'm paying you for, Detective.
Okie doke. Let me just make sure that there isn't anything else that I haven't attempted to interact with. I thought there was something else that came up, really, so... My outfits, the plant, took some chilies. Alright, I think we're good. So go on.
Will they stop talking? I can't hear them. Why are you so heavy?
Uh-huh. Well, there's the twins again.
I can't hear what's going on with you two yapping.
Oh, she's there too.
I can hold on much longer. What are they saying, Mummy? I'm slipping. Steady yourself.
Okay, she's trying to hear through the grate.
Me. Steady.
That got hurt for her.
I don't believe we've had the privilege.
Lady Arista Goodrun, a pleasure to meet you. And these are my boys.
Hagen Gudrun, a pleasure to meet
Yeah, you had a good run.
That's not right, you blithering idiot.
you. It's not?
You're Gunther, and he's Hagen.
Oh god.
Since when? I can't believe you'd steal my name, you fish-eyed freak!
Oh, good grief.
Spineless weasel! Oh,
Boys, stop this arguing at once.
bootless haggard!
Gunther and Hagen.
Oh, tottering codpiece!
Excuse me?
There's to be no arguing. Not in front of our guest.
Sorry, Mother.
Oh, now you've gone and done it. I've broken the mouthpiece.
Mouthpiece?
I'm confused. Who are you again?
Gosh.
Gunther Goodrun, Underground Operational Executive. Hagen Goodrun, Overground Operational Executive.
Why does his title get to be longer?
Oh, good god.
Quiet!
Who are you supposed to be?
'Tis I,
Herman Merman.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Sure.
I'm researching material for my next novel. Any interesting crimes to share?
There's
Just...
nothing untoward going on here.
Of course.
Now, what is it you want?
They were all just piled in the closet, with some family bonding time. That's all.
I don't know if that's an appropriate use of a hearing aid.
True.
Oh, yeah? Well, it's the only thing that works on these boneheads.
Yeah, true. And, well, I mean, it's her own earwax, so I guess she'll just deal with it. Ugh.
Were you listening in on our conversation?
My boys were just repairing the ventilation system. Any scheming they may or may not have overheard was completely accidental.
Uh-huh.
It's a dirty job, and we get to do it.
That's not exactly the phrase, but sure.
Have you seen any unscrupulous businessmen around?
Hey now, unscrupulous businessmen are our main clientele.
That's not comforting.
Unscrupulous isn't a real word.
Scrupulous?
Not when you say it, you dunderheaded freak.
Well,
Can you tell me anything about Mr. Liu?
Well, aside from being head over heels in love with my sister,
definitely not
I
true.
hear he's also incredibly wealthy.
Is Mr. Liu going to be our new father?
Oh God.
I should be so lucky.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna see myself out of this AB conversation.
I should be going.
Very well.
We've got our eyes on you, mister. Both pairs of them.
Great. Don't show me that again.
Indeed. Now, where was I?
Well, we're exploring the new part of the train that we never really did get to see, so hooray. Let's see. Anything here? I can go to the washroom. There's apparently nothing over here that I can go to. Okay. Well, before we go to the washroom, let's check out this diorama. It's a plaque.
There's something written here, but it's too small to make out.
So then lean forward and look at it. My goodness. Okay, so what? We're gonna have to find a magnifying glass to read what it says. A push the button.
Oh, it's a working model replica of the Royce Express.
Toot toot. Toot toot. Toot toot. Oh, and it stopped. Okay. Yay! Attempt to open the door.
The door is bolted shut. I'm not getting through there.
And with your noodle arms, it's like you're not going to be able to make much of a forceful attempt on it, eh? That's the onboard service. Okay. Okay, this will take me back to the lounge. What the hell? Okay, so Jean-Lu went backstage.
Go right ahead, Mr. Liu.
Okay, Jean-Lu was backstage, at least last seen backstage before the announcement. Before I head any further, I'm just going to go back and check out the washroom, see if there's anything important there. Okay, so this is probably where the vent they were trying to listen in on. Take the plunger. Okay. I guess it'll be our mode of defense. I don't know. The idea of us carrying around a plunger. Okay. Now it's reminding me of Mrs. Maisel, really, so. Is that we're just gonna blend in that was, saying that we're one of the servicemen. I'm gonna open the cupboard first. Can I see what's in the cupboard? Okay, just rolls of toilet paper. Nothing I can interact with yet. Yeah, but I guess I'll take the plunger.
I'm sure they won't mind me taking this.
I like that they added the effect of like the echoing and sensor in a bathroom, really so.
There's nothing in there to flush.
But you can still just flush it anyway. And besides, what? Never mind. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna touch it. Okay. I'm not gonna touch on that any further right now. I'm sure it'll be a point where we'll have to make use of that. Okay. Talk to Deaf Lady. Oh, Miss Goodrun, or Mrs. Goodrun.
Hello.
Hello again.
Okay, so we've got nothing else to say to Miss Goodrun here.
I should be going.
Mrs. Goodrun.
Very well.
Bonk. Let's see, read the guest list, and I can grab the guest list.
VIP guest list for the green room, but my name is notably absent. Don't they know who I am?
So is that why we still have the pen so we can write our name on the list? I'll talk to the stage manager.
May I enter? I believe my acquaintance went in just ahead of me.
Name?
Jian Liu.
No, wise guy. I'm asking for your name.
Oh, of course. Oh, don't you know who I am?
Don't you know who I am?
I'm not sure. Am I supposed to know?
Herman Merman, detective extraordinaire.
And that's you? You're absolutely positive that's your real name?
Yes.
Yes, Herman Merman.
All right. I'll have to cross-reference you with the guest list. Nope. You're not on the list. Sorry, but rules are rules. I can't let you in.
And who are you? A member of the band?
Who are you? Are you a member of the band?
No, dummy. Beverly Moore, stage manager and agent to the stars.
Well, Beverly.
Here, take my card.
More or less talent agency to the adequate.
Oh, God.
That's me.
Is this a handwritten business card?
Yeah, and I'll be needing that card back. I make them bespoke.
Oh, fine. I mean, more or less, that's kind of a clever name, but also not the most appropriate. Hey, how do I get my name on your guest list? So,
How do I get my name on the guest list?
All right, I'll be straight with you. Normally, you'd slip me some cash and I'd look the other way, but I can tell you aren't the cash-carrying type. If you want entry, you've got to at least be familiar with the band.
so I could just introduce myself, right?
I can't just be letting any random guy through. The talent would be out for blood.
And what's Mr. Leo's connection?
Perhaps your agency could represent me.
Might as well
Well,
keep looking.
Let me ask you this. Do you consider yourself to be adequately talented?
I've been called adequate on many occasions.
Well,
Do you strive for competency above all else?
Every day.
aha.
Is good enough for you?
Oh dear.
It's all I can do.
Well,
Then
perfect.
let's talk. Which of your skills could be exploited for monetary gain?
Exploited. I'll hold a certain celebrity status. I'm known to be very personable.
You're looking at an established author. Does that count?
No. Everyone knows there's no money in writing.
Sadly, yeah, that's somewhat true. Let's see. Why not?
Let me through. I need to speak with John Liu.
I'm sure you do. But rules are rules, pal. You're not on the list, so that's that.
I'll be leaving now.
I'll be leaving now.
See you around, pal.
Okay, let me see.
No.
Nope, okay, so it won't let me do that. Let's see. Admire the piano.
Alas, if only I knew how to tickle those ivories.
Grab the microphone. I'm not sure that'll go well, but let's go ahead.
I think it's best if I left the singing to the professionals.
Oh, I thought... Oh, that's the implication, huh? Let's see. Oh,
Somebody on staff must have made a grave omission. These shelves don't seem to be carrying any of my works.
oh, well. You know what? That you might want to take that up with Lady Unterwald. I'm sure she'll give you the appropriate reason as to why none of your books are on the shelves. Look at the table.
Nothing interesting.
Well, I mean, there's some alcohol there. So you swipe the set list.
It's the set list for the band. I'm
And-
sure they won't mind me borrowing it.
And they're just gonna let me take it right in front of them? What the frick? What's the set list? Examine the set list.
It's the set list for the band Balboa Swing. The songs are to be played in the following order: Boxcar Boogie, Railroad Rhythm, Whistle Stop Swing, My Love Is on the Line, Freight Train Blues.
Huh. BRWMF. Boxcar Boogie, Railroad Rhythm, Whistles, Whole Stop Swing, My Love Is on the Line, Freight Train Blues. I'm probably gonna have to have these memorized for something. Okay, let's go back. Hey, there's a kid with a magnifying glass.
Hello there.
Beat it, pencil neck. I'm still on break.
Jeez.
Sorry?
I ain't shining shoes right now, you hear me?
Oh, the shoe shiner.
What is that toy set you're playing with?
You don't know about the Dirk Chiselton Jr. Detective Kit?
Enlighten me.
Jeez, you're old.
That's obvious.
The kit has everything Dirk uses to solve a case. It's practically flying off the shelves.
Everything?
Yeah, look at this. There's an official badge, a lock-picking set, and it even comes with a magnifying glass.
There's a magnifying glass we need then.
I'm something of a detective myself. Perhaps I could borrow your kit.
Nuh-uh. If you're such a big-shot detective, use your own equipment.
Our equipment is our own 2 hands and our mouth. Our noticeably sizable mouth, I suppose, in relation to our head? I don't know. Aren't you a little young to be running a shoe shine stand? Well, I know the reason for that is that kids often did run them.
Young to be running a shoe shine stand?
I don't know. Aren't you a little old to be a children's entertainer?
Excuse me?
I'm no such thing.
There's nothing wrong with running your own business, old man. I'm an entrepreneur.
Can you tell me when the shoe shine stand reopens?
I'll get back to it just as soon as I finish my break. Right now, I've got a lot of investigating to do.
Sure. And when do you finish your break?
When do you finish your break?
Oh, whenever I feel like it. That's the perk about being your own boss. It's important to have a good work-life balance, you know?
But you're not going to be making any money if you just stay on break indefinitely.
I must admit, I arrived a little, unprepared.
You didn't bring anything? What kind of detective are you?
I may not have physical tools at my disposal, but I did bring the greatest tool of all.
Your beard?
Which is?
A powerful, investigative mind!
An inflated ego doesn't count, mister.
Exactly.
Perhaps I could trade you for the detective kit.
I'm open to the idea, but I doubt you'd have something I want.
Alright.
How goes business?
With all these rich folk trying to impress each other, business is booming. Between you and me, I like to crawl under the tables and scuff up their boots.
Good.
Is that strictly ethical?
It's called being a shrewd businesswoman. Besides, do you think the rich give a hoot about ethics?
I guess not.
Very true. Get that bread, girl.
I'll leave you to it.
Bye.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay, alright. Oh, the artist.
Greetings.
The artiste.
How can I help you, monsieur?
Are you waiting for someone?
Are you waiting for someone?
What does it look like I'm doing, detective?
I guess that word's already gotten around that I'm a detective.
I'm waiting on the shoeshine girl.
Shoeshine girl?
Oui, I need to look my best for Lady Unterwald this evening. Alas, that girl is far too preoccupied with her toys right now.
Something tells me you're some sort of artist.
Bravo, monsieur!
I wonder if it was the beret.
What gave it away? The assorted paints and paintbrushes? My paint-stained overalls? It was the beret, wasn't it?
Yes, the beret.
I'm afraid a detective never reveals their secret.
You kind of have to.
That's magicians, isn't it?
Yeah.
It can be two things.
No. Not when it comes to detectives.
How's business in the art world?
Lady Unterwald has been kind enough to provide me with a steady stream of work. As it happens, I'm preparing to capture her portrait this very evening.
You're on the Unterwald payroll?
Certainly, apparently.
I wish every artist would jump at the chance for a steady paycheck. Alas, our group
that's right.
is more commissions-based.
Wouldn't that be just about most artists?
Do you have a preferred artistic medium?
I prefer the canvas, but these hands have also sculpted many things. If you take the time to look around, you'll find many of my pieces aboard this train. Of course, I'm not always at liberty to discuss them.
Really?
The shoeshine girl is too preoccupied with her toy set.
Do you currently observe my shoes being shined?
No.
No.
Then you have your answer, detective. How could a paying customer possibly compete with the dark chiseled and deducing kit?
What? Okay. Are you enjoying the band?
Enjoying the band?
Oh, you got me. I adore Balboa Swing. You know they painstakingly arrange their songs for their live shows.
Really?
That's certainly intriguing.
No, that kind of dedication to the performance.
Makes sense.
Art.
Alright. I gotta go.
I have to go now.
I bid you adieu.
So I have a feeling like I might have what I need in order to at least convince Miss Moore that I am a fan. Let's see. Boxcar Boogie, Railroad Rhythm, Whistle Stop Swing, My Love Is on the Line, Freight Train Blues. Sorry, I pressed the back button. Okay. Why don't we talk again? Try to convince her that we're a fan.
Herman, right?
Yes, correct.
I'll have you know I'm a huge fan of the band.
Is that so? Let's do a little quiz then.
Ooh, is there a prize?
There might be a prize, but you'd have to get all the answers right.
Very well.
What's the name of the band then?
Does Balboa Swing?
Balboa Swing?
Lucky guess. If you're such a fan, then you know all the songs, right? What song plays before Freight Train Blues?
Freight Train Blues was the last one on, so I believe it's My Love's on the Line.
My Love Is on the Line.
Lucky guess. What song plays after Railroad Rhythm?
See, Boxcar Boogie was the first, so I think it should be Whistle Stop Swing.
Whistle Stop Swing.
Okay, you know your stuff. Here, I've got something for you.
Is that
A candy?
I'll sign it for you.
Oh, one of her business cards.
Dear Herman Merman, thank you for being a fan.
Okay.
What an honor!
Okay. Oh, it's a boxcar ticket. It's one of her business cards.
It's a signed business card from Beverly Moore. More or less, talent agency to the adequate.
Okay, so we now have her business card. I mean, so it'll help us with something else along the line. Alright, continuing forward. Oh look, it's Dr. Hearst. And we skip over the casino card this time.
Is it really you? Dr. Hirsch at your service. I'm Lady Unterwald's personal physician.
You know who I am?
Oh wow, really? I'm recognized.
Forget a world-famous detective. I have read all of your cases.
You've read Herman Merman and the Squirming Chairman?
You've read Herman Merman and the Squirmin' Chairman?
Oh, yes. If you ask me, the chairman got off too lightly.
Surely not Herman Merman and the Sermon of Vermin.
Surely not Herman Merman and the Sermon of Vermin.
The infestation of vermin. It's an allegory for corruption, right?
I'm afraid they were very literal rodents.
Yep.
Good heavens.
Even Herman Merman and the Murmuring German? I like that one, so.
Even Herman Merman and the Murmuring German?
Ah, the incoherent mumbling really captured the divide between the two characters.
I really couldn't understand a word that man said. Well, It sounds like I've encountered my biggest fan.
And possibly only.
I'm just a humble admirer of your work. I promise not to gush.
You already have. Okay, is there anything
How can
else?
I be of service, detective?
Have you traveled on the Royce Express before?
Oh, yes. Wherever Lady Underworld goes, I follow.
Sam.
I wouldn't be a very good physician if I wasn't with my patient.
I thought you'd like to know I'm researching ideas for my next novel.
Oh, how exciting. I can hardly wait to read it. Perhaps you could give me a little sneak peek.
I'm afraid I left my
No,
manuscript.
I'm
Yep.
afraid it's very much a draft right now.
Again, yes.
Early days, I understand. Just let me know if you need any ideas.
Okay.
Full of ideas, are you? What do you propose?
And I'll just claim them as my own.
Well, maybe there could be an incredible doctor who assists you in solving crimes.
Too much like Sherlock
A
there.
detective and a doctor solving crimes together? That sounds a little outlandish.
Perhaps I haven't explained it right. They would be best of friends.
Ah,
And also, the doctor is really cool. He'd be a bit of a ladies' man, you see?
Pass.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
A little
I have
bit too
other
much
ideas.
of OC. A little bit too much OC in there. Where can I find Mr.
You
Luke?
know where I can find
Well,
Mr. Lee?
I don't know why am I asking this question when I know exactly where he is.
I did see him enter the green room a while ago. It's guest list only. But I'm sure those detective skills of yours could wrangle you in.
I have to leave.
Yes.
Let me know if you need anything, detective.
Yep, certainly so. Let's see, there's the bartender. Oh, it's Dean. Or is it Don? I think his name's Don. Don Dean. It's been quite a while. Oh, look, and yep, the accountants were talking with each other. Accountant conversation here, so. Let's see what else we have here. There's the waiter. Oh, and the drunk, really. It's been a few weeks, really, since I was playing this, really, in all honesty. So, some smaller details have slipped my mind.
Hello.
Will it be?
A libation would be tempting, but I'm afraid not.
I get. No drinking on the job.
I'll need to keep my wits about me if I'm to solve this case.
Case?
Ah, I fear I've already said too much.
Oh no! Okay, that's enough.
That's enough chatting.
So he's
for
again
now.
another source of
Talk to you
hints.
later.
Eavesdropping the conversation.
So, you're in accounting. Two finance professionals meeting in such a place. What are the chances?
It's statistically quite high.
Exactly.
You don't mind if I picked your brain on a few accounting issues?
I'd really rather not.
Yep, there you go.
Let's say one were to find themselves in a position where they'd partaken in some financial misdeeds.
Yeah, you're
Perhaps
you're
moved
cooked.
numbers around here and there.
You're cooked.
And we're speaking hypothetically.
Hypothetically, of course. What would you suggest as their next step?
Oh, I'd suggest they find themselves a good lawyer.
Very much so.
Once the sale goes through, it shouldn't be my concern any longer.
Ah.
Everything goes to plan, of course.
I don't really want to talk shop, if that's all right.
Oh, just a little insider talk between peers, eh? That's hardly a crime.
Yes, it is. Okay, so he isn't probably in cahoots with Mr. Liu in order to try to sell the company to try to get the finances back to fix the mistakes of the ledgers, really so. Well, quote-unquote mistakes, or the misappropriation of funds, really so. Listen.
Good evening, sir. May I get you something to drink?
No, that won't be necessary.
Then perhaps I can interest you in some appetizers while you decide?
No, I'm not interested in mediocrity.
Jeez.
The main dish, then? Our soup of the day comes highly recommended.
Soup? Do I look like someone who would be caught dead ordering soup? That's just idiotic, if you'll forgive me for saying so. These dishes are so mundane. Uninspired, don't you think? Do you have anything that actually requires skill and creativity to prepare?
And so this
If
begins.
you allow me to check with the kitchen, I'll see if they can prepare something to your liking.
Yes, always.
Very good, sir.
Yes, what is it you want?
I notice you're having trouble ordering.
I noticed you were having trouble ordering.
And if I was, forgive me, but that's none of your business. Do you consider yourself a curator of sustenance?
Well,
Ah, spare me your stuttering. Tell me,
Fool!
how long am I to endure your incessant hovering?
Dear me, jeez.
Perhaps you'd care for a drink while you wait.
Why are we becoming the waiter now?
What is this? Are you employed here? Or are you just another busybody? No, I'll have a drink with my meal.
Are you familiar with the Unterwald family?
Who isn't?
Yes, I'm familiar with them. They're not my cup of tea. I heard the family has run the Unterwald Empire into the ground. Now they're looking for a quick way out. Lady Unterwald must have gone senile in recent years, entrusting those fools with even a modicum of power.
She was more or less probably
Don't even
pressured.
get me started on those nephews of hers. Awful. Just deeply dumb.
Agreed. But what brings you aboard the Royce Express then?
What brings you aboard the Royce Express?
Business, although it's all been for naught. A gentleman's agreement used to mean something, you know.
A gentleman's agreement. Huzzah!
Your business was cancelled.
Let's just say there was a disagreement between parties. We agreed on the price, and the other party chose to renege on the deal. Amateurs. I'm surrounded by amateurs.
You're not a fan of the Unterwalds, but you ride the Royce Express.
Well, you seem to be confusing business with pleasure. This is purely a means to an end for me. Even so, a man has to eat, does he not?
Okay.
I should probably leave you to it.
Indeed. That would be for the best.
Okay, so we're now heading over to our carriage now, so... Cautiously, a knock, knock, knock.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? I guess nobody's there.
Guess this might have been Arthur's room. And so here's Dawn.
Hey, you're the detective that's been hired to case the joint, right?
Case the joint, really?
Sorry, I think you have me confused with someone else.
You ain't fooling anyone by denying it. I heard you were on the scene, snooping around.
I prefer the term investigating.
Listen, I wanted to offer you my services. Just let me know if you're interested.
Oh, your
okay?
services, right?
What services are you offering exactly?
I got a whole load of schemes going on right now.
Oh, so you're going to tell them about the gambling schemes now?
Yeah, that's what I said, services.
Sure.
Well, I offer your standard basic package. That includes stuff like forgery, blackmail, general intimidation. Higher tier services are more like swindling, wiretapping, all the way up to advanced counterfeiting. Between you and me, though, I'm only in it for the money.
Of course.
My real passion? Poetry.
Which sucks.
Has any of your poetry been published?
Give us a slam
You're
now.
allowing your passion to make money. There's way too much pressure to capitulate, you know? Have I used my art to woo a broad or two? Oh, absolutely. But I'm not risking what I love just to make a quick buck.
Yeah, I've changed my mind.
I've changed my mind.
We'll probably have to make a deal with him of some
All right,
sort.
let me know when you reconsider.
I'm researching material for my next novel. Any interesting crimes to share?
If I was the sort to openly confess to crimes, I wouldn't be very good at my job now, would I?
But you just admitted that you have a business service that is very much that.
have to go now.
All right, see you around.
Okie dokie, Smokey. Can I admire this statue? I'll admire this statue.
It's a bust of Lady Unterwald. Oh, there's a small engraving at the base.
And we can't read the plaque.
Lady J. Unterwald.
Oh, but we can read that plaque?
Heiress of the Unterwald Empire. Ah, I believe this is Lord Unterwald, the late husband of Lady Unterwald. Ah, the late George Unterwald. A loving husband, gone, but not forgotten.
Okay. Alright, so let's head into our quarters. Click, click. Alright. We're now in our quarters. Now we have to just devise what to do next.